What weird thing would you make socially acceptable if you could? Openly talking about your finances with other people. A lot of people don't realize they're underpaid because nobody talks about wages. It's so bizarre to me that it's a taboo subject. We all rely on money in some form. Let's just discuss it. In Sweden you can view anyone's salary online. I was weirded out when I first found out, but now I really like the transparency. It helps workers bargain. If anything, keeping salaries a secret is more advantageous to employers than employees. Lots of government jobs have their pay online. Also, lots of government jobs have the step/grade pay system, so you know exactly what someone makes, especially once they top out. People in the service industry should be able to tell a customer when they are being an asshole. My old boss from when I worked retail flat out told me on my first day that, so long as I wasn't being a total dick, he would always have my back if a customer was being an ass and I didn't bend over backwards for them. He banged a few people from the store over their antics while I was there and blew a couple Karens' minds when he told them to shut up and act their age when they tried their usual screaming fest. I loved that job. That's awesome. When I was a lifeguard my boss was the same way. Thankfully in that line of work the customer isn't always right. But it was still a great feeling to know your job wasn't at risk if Karen went berserk. I once had a guy totally flip his lid because a new cashier took his money 10 minutes before free swim started. But I wouldn't let him and his daughter in the pool because it was still that swim. He ended up storming into my boss's office and complaining for over 15 minutes. Afterwards my boss called me in and said if anyone asks, I'm reprimanding you. Great job handling that situation. Keep up the good work. Draping myself in velvet. A George. Divided against itself. Cannot stand. 4-day work weeks. This is madness. There seems to be more people excited about wearing capes than implementing 4-day work weeks. We need a 32-hour work week with no pay cut. I think productivity would stay the same. The best decision I ever made for my mental health was dropping from 40 hours a week to 30 at work. Thankfully, my employer let me do it without a fuss because I'm a really good, efficient employee. I know it's not doable for everyone, but I found it improved my life considerably. I have the option to work up to 40 hours if I want, but no requirement to do so anymore. It should be standard everywhere. Step 1. Divorce employment from health insurance. But that's a whole other can of worms. Being able to sit in silence with someone without it being awkward. People shouldn't feel obligated to come up with conversation. It makes interacting stressful. I do not believe in awkward silences. Talk about something when it comes to you, and conversations will feel way more real and interesting. Me and my best friend sometimes do this. We order food a lot and find a deserted place, usually the roof of some building, and just sit there eating. Most of the time we talk, but those moments of tranquility and peace are really nice. If other people are at my house having fun but I'm tired, I just want to be able to go to bed, but they can stay and have a good time. Had a friend's dad that would say, well, we better get to bed so these people can go home when he was ready to call it quits. I just go upstairs when I'm done with whatever is going on. The wife is the social butterfly and remains to entertain. It's usually about the time the drama starts or the kids start getting whinny. I'm an introvert, so she counts it as a win when I drop in to say hi. My dad doesn't say anything at all. He just disappears. Later, you'll find him watching reruns of CSI Miami in his room munching on gummy candies. He doesn't care. One time my Phil drove 2 hours to meet us at a park. Upon getting there and greeting everyone, he set up a chair for his wife and then said, well, see you guys later, and left. He has done this sort of thing numerous times, but that was the one where I wasn't annoyed but actually impressed. The confidence to say duck it, I'm gonna bounce is admirable in a strange to thine own self be true kinda way. Being able to just wave or say hi to people you hardly know. There's nothing worse than an awkward 5-minute catch-up chat at the store with someone I haven't seen in years. Hey, sorry, I'm kind of in a rush, but you look great and it was nice bumping into you. Have a great day. Apostrophe. proceed to run into them 3 more times in the same store. Just look like you're intensely shopping. Taking a social time out without having to smoke or occupy the bathroom. My work day is 6 to 8 hours. It's an open plan office. Lunch is social. And I have at least an hour commute per day. That's at least twice my maximum social energy per day. Commenting on this while occupying my work's restroom to take a break from people. Really wish I could just tell my boss, I need a few minutes. Edit. Jesus Christ, my inbox. Please do. Take a walk. That's what I do now. I just bring a protein shake and walk around the lovely industrial area my workplace is in. Lol. When I was in the office, I would do this too. Get up from my desk. Take a 20-minute stroll. Computer work can be mind-numbing. Sitting on the floor or anywhere really. Cashiers need to be allowed to sit. The fact that most places won't let them is a load of BS. All the grocery store cashiers sit at their registers, and they're the most efficient cashiers that I've ever seen. Seriously, they ring you up so fast and I'm just staring in amazement. Fast and violent. It's the oldie way. Eating alone at a restaurant or a solo movie trip. I mean, sort of limited now due to COVID, but before COVID, when people would hear of me doing that, they said they felt terrible and how depressing that sounds. I'm like, why? Just another day for me. Doesn't feel weird or anything. It's quite nice to get away from constant chats and have a nice quiet meal while being out and about. I just ate at the bar. Pretty much every place lets you do that. You can watch TV, look at your phone, and have a meal in peace. I used to do this before going to see a movie alone. I loved it. I really miss a nice solo night out to recharge. I would like to make it socially acceptable to tell employers that you're only in it for the money, and it being a legitimate answer. What am I supposed to tell employers? That I have always wanted to work at a part-time job and get yelled at by Karens so I could just make ends meet? Edit. Spelling. Yes. Like you have to act like your 9 to 5 job is your passion and comes before everything else. I'm an executive assistant because it's easy and decent pay. That's it. No passion. Not my dream. Just a job. I started a new job in June and would have weekly check-ins with my boss. Since we're all working remotely, she asked me if I'm enjoying my new responsibilities, and I answered enjoy is a relative term. I don't dread turning on my computer in the morning. Luckily, that made her laugh. Like, it's government contracting. It's not fun, and it's not my passion. It's stuck in nobody's passion. Let's stop pretending we have to enjoy our jobs. Hell. People would probably be more content/happier with their jobs if there wasn't this expectation that you're supposed to be passionate about it and the resulting feeling that there's something wrong if you're not. If society is constantly telling you to be passionate about your work and you're not, you wonder whether there's something wrong with you or wrong with the job. And it breeds exactly the sort of dissatisfaction it's trying to avoid. Wearing cloaks Lord of the Rings style. Fuck jackets. All my homies wear medieval cloaks. I dig this idea. Outfits can be so boring. I want to go out dressed like the Mandalorian or something. Wearing shorts at work during summer. Why wear pants when you could be more comfortable? Edit. Thanks for the gold. I worked in an office where shorts were allowed but not jeans. CEO had some weird anti-denim hang up. Staying home when sick. I really hope this pandemic would improve that mindset. But no, people still think you're a lazy pose if you stay home when you're sick. Having your work ethic, not your ass kissing skills, prioritized and appreciated, both in jobs and school. Wearing nicer clothes than normal for no reason. Yes, I'm usually in jeans and a t-shirt at work. Yes, today I decided to wear a suit. No, I don't have a job interview or have to go to court. Short naps at work. Happily, now that I work from home, thanks COVID, this has become a reality for me. I'm not a big napper, but I get cold a lot, so I love working at home and taking a hot bath while watching a tutorial about something I have to build for work and clocking it. I'm hoping when things get back to normal, they'll be more open to us WFH more. The eye's telling you how much you owe in taxes. The eyes wants to do this. They are blocked by lobbying from the tax accounting industry. In virtually every situation in which you ask why aren't we doing this obvious thing that's obviously better, the answer is corporate lobbyists. Hell, the reason daylight savings time isn't permanent, i.e. we stop falling back, is largely due to TV lobbyists who want it to get dark early, so we sit at home watching TV. Staying completely silent in other people's company. It's nice that it's completely accepted and really common here in Finland, since everyone hates small talk. Running in public to get to places quicker. Just look at your watch every so often. People will assume you are running late for something. That's why it's called running late. A. Terribly sorry. D. Complimenting other men. I wish that people would stop conflating women not wearing makeup with being unprofessional. I worked in a place where a girl was told she looked unprofessional when she didn't wear makeup. Yikes. Next day she should come in with clown makeup. Lol, that would been awesome. She was pretty snarky in her response, which I appreciated. Come on, don't leave us hanging. What did she say? I believe she said, when was the last time you wore makeup, Mike? He didn't respond, lol. Neutral facial expressions. People act like anything that isn't definitely a smile is some sort of insult. Another reason to appreciate masks. What's the matter? Absolutely nothing, this is my face. Being able to be honest about how you feel without being bullied or belittled. Walking my pig on a leash. When my dog was a puppy, we met a guy walking his pig on a leash. My dog was so confused. He just rolled over and showed it his belly. Being awake late at night and sleeping all morning. I've been like this since I was a kid. Circadian rhythm is just backwards. Can't fall asleep before 3. I wish people didn't treat me like I'm lazy or something. I'm a pretty productive guy. I just get my work done while you are all asleep. I hate the judgment for sleeping in. Like, dude, I get my best sleep from 4 AM to 10 AM. I'm not a bum, I just don't sleep like normal humans. Eating alone in small cities. I used to live in New York City and ate alone all the time. No one ever noticed or cared. I moved to a small beach city. People react to me dining alone as if I were naked and eating a live animal's entrails with my bare hands while screaming the lyrics to the Klondike bar ice cream commercial. I love eating alone in restaurants, people watching, etc. A friend of mine once told me this is literally her worst nightmare. She said that whenever she sees someone dining alone she feels terrible for them and always invites her to join her! Exclamation mark. I gave her a gentle talk about introverts v extroverts. As an extreme extrovert, being on your own was an entirely foreign concept to her. Running, jogging rather than speed walking. Sometimes my walk home after I park is like 5 minutes and it'd be there in 2 seconds. If I could run without people thinking something is wrong, just run. No one cares. Dressing however you want. Makeup, dresses, medieval cloaks, whatever you want, regardless of gender too. That'd be nice. I think people should be able to wear whatever they want, as long as it covers things most people don't want to see. Just walk around in cosplay if you want to. I wish everyone felt comfortable to dress however they would want to. Not being always productive and not devoting one's life to making money. It doesn't matter if you get a fancy job running the US Treasury or just spend your time making YouTube videos of Mentos and Diet Coke. Just be who you're meant to be. Capes, no capes. Apostrophe. Although I will say, Director Krennic's cape was superfly. I would also accept Drive Strange's flying cloak if you've come to bargain. There are many great capes in Star Wars. See also Lando Calrissian's entire wardrobe. Mando has an awesome one as well, as does Moff Gideon. Correcting other people's kids. Not physically, but telling them to quit their bullshit if their parents aren't doing it. Yes. And also being able to comment on parents being negligent with correcting their kids in public settings like restaurants. If your kid is throwing food around, and you do nothing to stop it. I want to hold you accountable without you making a scene, please. Men hugging each other often and showing affection. I used to see this when I was younger. Then I think as a society we decided to label such behavior as gay. Edit, him female. It's just something I noticed. Edit 2, I'm happy to hear I'm wrong and you're all hugging each other where I can't see you. My mates and I hug sometimes. Anyone that gives you shit for it probably wishes someone would hug them. We don't talk about it, nor is it weird. It's like a welcome back brother kinda thing. Not drinking alcohol at gatherings. After I had my son about 6 years ago, I started to develop an alcohol allergy. By 4 years ago it became full-blown EpiPen bad. I get so sick of the looks people give me when I say no, I'm really good, I don't feel like dying from a drink. Then I like to go into graphic detail about the last time I drank and no one brings it up again. Not wearing a bra. I feel weird, like everybody notices when I don't wear one in public and other women give rude looks. I just wanna be comfortable. My girlfriend used to think that she needed to wear a bra all the time for the same reasons. I had to constantly remind her that all she needed to care about was how she felt. Now bras have become accessories to her outfits. Talking about our mental health issues. We all face some level of depression or anxiety. Why are we lying and pretending to be happy all the time? Classifying women not wearing makeup as lazy / normalizing a fresh face on women. Even to formal events. Sure, it looks nice, but can't a lady just rock some nice hair and a fancy outfit the same way men do? Introverts being allowed to skip parties without being judged. Men should be allowed to express emotions without being seen as weak. It upsets me to see people in pain due to things that aren't their fault. My most valued friend was a guy that was always there for me when he really knew I needed someone to just talk to and listen. A lot of my other friends couldn't handle it and would often laugh it off or change the subject if I brought something emotional up. I'm not trying to blame them or anything, but I do believe it's a worldwide problem that needs more awareness. I want to dance anywhere in public. No, I'm not on meth, I just love to dance. I recently saw someone with headphones on while waiting in line at the BMV. He was grooving pretty hard. It inspired me to start wearing my headphones at the grocery store while shopping, and I bebop all around the place. I'm not sure what people think or say, but I honestly haven't even noticed if anyone's paying any attention, because I'm enjoying myself too much. And I'm a very introverted person, so it's quite out of the ordinary for me. Hey PSSST, please subscribe and like.